Well, the sun's out and I'm working on my adjustments to my cutoff table so I can inset my chop saw, and I'm going to put a new table saw stand. But I've been sort of monitoring the temperature. It's a little warmer outside than it was yesterday, about -2 right now. And in this tent, even without the heater, it's 10 degrees just because the solar gain. So yeah, the solar gain's a problem in the summer, but it's being Canada, it'll actually be a bonus for probably 10 months out of the year. This is my professional screwdriver.
I'm not a human being anymore. I'm a screwdriver. That's very nice.
Well, you are getting pretty good at it. This is the recess for the chop saw. It's going to need a spacer in here to space it up so that it's level with the top, and it'll be bolted to that spacer permanently. So the spacer will fit, it'll slide right in there and hold it in place without me having to use any fasteners. Or at least that's the theory. And the piece that we cut out of here is sitting right down here. And when I don't want the chop saw in the bench, I'll pull it off and store it over here pretty much like it is now. And then this little piece down here will have a little support frame underneath it, and it'll just slide right back in on top of the sledge that we left, and then I'll have a full bench without a chop saw in it. Well, there's the finished top on my cut-off table. This is the recess that the chop saw is going to sit in. Not very proud of this. I picked the wrong piece of wood. This one had one of those 2x4s with the corners all slabbed off, had the bark on it, and I should have thought of that beforehand, so I'm not very proud of that. And my joint here didn't turn out so hot, but everything else, if you look at it, turned out pretty good, and I'm pretty happy with it. It fits the saw. I had to dingle around with it a little bit because even after tracing the saw track, it just didn't quite fit right. So I did do a little bit of adjustment, so it's not 100% square because of the shimmying around with the weird shape of the saw, but there it is. Now this is the piece that came out, and it's going to slide right in so that I have a continuous work surface when I'm using the Festool saw, and I can take the chop saw right out. Now, so that this doesn't bow down, I'm going to put a little bit of 2x4 framing attached to the underside of this cutout. And that's what I'm going to do next. Well, it's not as tight as I would like to have had it, but it's getting later in the day, and I'd really like to get that table saw to my wife's Suburban. So I'm getting a little sloppy. Anyway, all I need is to check how much more spacer's left to go before this saw is level, or maybe just a hair taller than than the surface of the table, and then I can fasten that all together and the thing's done. Then I could get my wife's truck unloaded and help my daughter with her building construction project and all that other stuff that I have to do. Because it's not like I don't have enough to do.